Good morning again, everyone, and a very happy Friday. Now, last lesson we started to write our descriptive phrases and then had a go at turning them into sentences. This lesson, as some of the bright sparks amongst you may have pieced together, we're going to be turning those sentences into a full paragraph of setting description. And using my magic powers again, here's what I made earlier. As I read through my paragraph, I'd like you to think about what I have done well to help you picture my setting. Among the towering trees, the weathered shack looked small and scruffy. Its windows were left slightly ajar to let in what little breeze floated lazily in the air. As the sun beat down, the shade beneath the trees seemed to shrink away until even the goats which stood cooling below had to move inside. The smell of salt water stung as I looked out at the scarlet fishing boats and the fishermen shouting vaguely to one another. I looked up at the sound of my name and spotted Granny and Grandpa standing at the porch of the shack, waving excitedly. As I began to walk over, the hot sand burning my soft feet, the birds along the beach squawked angrily as they fought over a scrap of leftover fish. Now, in order to help you write a setting description almost as good as mine, it's helpful for us to come up with a success criteria of what we must include. For the next few minutes, I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at answering these questions with your parents, pets, and helpers. What is the point of this descriptive paragraph? And how can we achieve that? What writerly devices, or in other words, techniques and tools we have learnt so far this year, can we use to help us? Okay, let's quickly clarify or clear up why we write descriptive paragraphs. What's the point? Well, without them, the reader would have no real understanding of where the story is taking place, and so they find it hard to picture it or imagine each part of the story. Imagine how boring a story would be if you couldn't actually picture it in your head as it happened, and so description is key. In terms of how we can achieve that, there are certain tools available for us to use. Here's what I came up with. Our story will need prepositional phrases to help us place objects within a setting. Under the tree, for example, or between the two houses. Our story will need a range of adjectives to help describe each object in detail. For example, from my paragraph, the scarlet fishing boats and the towering trees. It would be useful to use the 5 senses: touch, smell, look, hear, and taste. Ask yourself the question, what might you be able to hear? What might you smell? This will help to place your reader inside your setting, rather than just looking at it like a picture. Finally, write in the first person, from Gregory's point of view. This, again, will help to bring the story to life for the reader. They'll actually be there, experiencing everything. Okay, now that your toolkit is prepared, you can now have a go at writing your paragraphs. Remember, you're not writing a story, just a paragraph to describe the setting. Good luck, and I can't wait to read your paragraphs. I'd love to be able to read and show some of them next week. Happy Friday!